So quick recap of last time. We kind of continued in the Mayor of Dead Men on the hunt for Private Vesper Jessup, a friend of a half-orc mason from the city of Leilon, town of Leilon. We found him. Sadly, we found him shackled and chained along with a few other humans on the back of a lizard folk caravan who were using them as bait to try to distract and decoy away from invading rot trolls, who were these huge, disgusting, half-rotten undead trolls that were kind of encroaching on their territory and forcing them to, evacuate their homeland. As you kind of stuck up on these lizard folk to kind of assess what was going on, you were actually able to, create a bit of an accord with them and a temporary truce. And they committed not to cook or eat these people for the next 48 hours if you agreed to kill the remaining rot trolls in the swampland here. To which you agreed, and you went on the hunt for these 2 remaining rot trolls. You found one relatively easily with some clever bait setting of other dead bodies that were around, cooking them and kind of tracking them. You killed the first one without too much trouble, although it was a pretty tough creature. I think more powerful than your group originally thought. But you did best it, and in hopes of recovering a piece of proof, you defallused it. You removed its penis and took its troll dick tip with you as proof, which is smelly and oddly shaped, as you would expect for a troll.
Gross.
You then, I think, used it as a bit of a wayfinder to find the other rot troll, which was an interesting choice. But you were able to successfully find the other troll. This one actually ended up being a female undead troll. And she was like not having any of your nonsense because she could kind of tell that you guys were a bit of a troublesome party, meaning her harm. And so you pursued her until you were able to trap her and actually successfully lure her with a clever bit of blindness from Seducius into a quicksand pit. At which point you also were able to take her down, fend her, and cut a piece of her off. And just so everyone knows, yes, that is accurate. In the last session, they did cut off a troll's penis, and they still have it with them. I just want to be clear for chat who's asking questions. That is true to form for the long swords, as expected. But you guys started to head back towards where...
You forgot we also took their testicles too. You forgot that.
What was the other thing that you took?
2 testicles, remember? I used
that's
them
right.
for my
You
catapult spell.
Well, you actually took 3 testiccos because this particular troll was uniquely endowed.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
So I think you have 1 testicle left, though. Because you've used the other ones magically, of course. So you've recovered your troll parts, and you headed back to where you were trying to find the lizard folk. Sadly, you got lost and also had to take a rest because you were pretty badly beaten up. And you actually arrived a few hours past the deadline that Hussein, the lizard folk chieftain, gave you. And as you approached the camp that you finally found, you were troubled by the smell of cooking meat. And that is where we are going to pick up today as you are starting to enter this camp. And the first thing that you notice is this really strong smell. What would you guys like to do?
I just want to point out that I'm excited when I open up the chat, and at the top is the picture of the guy from Star Wars that we described as looking like with the troll dick around his neck. So.
That's what I assume troll dick looks like. Eyes, teeth.
Yeah.
Bib Fortuna is troll dick. Forever and ever. Just forever. Oh, Jesus.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we need to find the leaders. We need to find the leaders of the lizard folk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chat with them.
Roll a perception check, Seducius.
Yes. Yes, master. So,
perfect. So actually, you do see Hussein a little bit further on the other side of the camp, and he is commanding a few of the lizard folk. You do notice next to him seems to be one of the bigger hulking lizard folk, kind of taking orders as well. And in front of you as well, you do see actually 2 pots that seem to be boiling with some type of liquid inside, and the scent is coming from the pots. You do see with the perception check like that, though, as well, near Hussein, there are still cages, and there are still multiple folks inside of the cages.
Can I do like another perception check, or I don't know if you like a survival check to see if I see our people from the village?
I would give you what you with what you had before. You can actually still make out that there are 2 guards still there. One does match the description of Vesper Jessup. He does seem to still be alive. You don't see anyone else that you recognize from the village, but you do see that there are other humans in the other crate, and they do seem to be relatively well dressed.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think we should. I'm gonna approach Hussein.
Welcome back.
Greetings, Your Majesty. I come with some gifts to show you that we killed the rot troll, so we can exchange for our people.
What proof do you bring?
We bring you some excellent proof, Your Royalness, and I'm gonna pull out the troll dick tip and just kind of hold it proudly with a smile on my face.
And he looks at it and doesn't really even smile, just kind of takes it from you, looks at it, and says, "This is acceptable." And he hands it to one of the other lizard folk and just kind of gestures with his head. And the lizard folk takes it and puts it in the pot that's cooking.
What?
I'm saying I'm just curious actually. What does it actually taste like?
What specifically?
The piece of the troll I just gave you.
Oh.
Is the tip.
Like all meat. Sweet and juicy.
But okay. Well, Hussein, given that we've killed the trolls, can we get our people from our town back from you, as we talked about?
Yes. I will honor our bargain. And again, he says some things in Draconic. For the folks that understand Draconic, you just hear "release them," and the lizard folk do so without too much issue. They open up all of the cages because they don't know who actually came from your town, who not. They just assumed all the humans came together because to them you all look the same. And they opened it up, and the humans kind of scatter outward and rush very quickly towards you. A little frightened, but most seeming very thankful and grateful that they have not ended up in the cooking pot.
Sure. Okay. Do you guys want to ask about the other people, by the way, that are here?
Why they're here?
Yeah, I mean, are we cool with them just eating other humans as long as they're not our humans?
They say they've so far freed all of the humans.
Oh, they freed all. I thought it was just ours that they freed.
Yeah, because they don't know who's yours and who's not. They just freed the humans. They can't really tell.
Great. Never mind then. Do you guys have anything you want to say to Hussein or anything before we leave? Anyone? Do we do the same thing?
Does he need help with anything else, maybe? Or do?
Well, I think we also need to talk to him about not continuing to capture humans, right? Because as soon as we leave here, the other people in the village are going to keep getting caught, aren't they?
I mean, I guess if they patrol in this area that he's in, perhaps. I guess we could talk to him about that.
Sure.
Yeah? Cool. Your Royal Hussein, I have another favor to potentially ask you.
I'm listening.
Well, just like you protect your tribe, we try and protect ours. And I'm curious that if you see any other people dressed like this, and I'll point over to Vesper. Is that what it is? Vesper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vesper. If I'll point over to like them. If you see anyone else dressed like them, can you not capture them or eat them, please?
Roll a persuasion check, Caduceus. And I'll say because the other team was kind of with you helping, and Torrin speaks Draconic, roll it with advantage.
And just roll it again?
Yeah. I think if you just add ADV to the back of that, it'll do it for you.
Next time? Okay.
Good. So, kind of looks at you, looks at the people, and he says, "This might prove beneficial. Truth be told, we don't typically cause harm to those who patrol the swamps here. We have been peaceful until the trolls pushed us from our home. Perhaps we could come to some kind of truth."
Yeah, I mean, do you need help getting rid of more trolls to get back to your home?
No. If you've killed these three, I believe we will be safe for now.
Okay. Well then, I would agree, and so would my party, on a truce.
Then we will move back further north. It is closer to the road and safer from the denizens of the swamp.
Like a smart idea. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy that stew, handpicked by yours truly. And we're gonna take our people back to town. But if we ever see you again, we'll hang out. Yeah.
I believe this is a beneficial agreement. And he just turns around and walks away.
Perfect. Shit. Well, you guys want to do anything or just head back to town? I think we should head back to town, personally.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I mean,
tired of this swamp, dude.
Do we want to find out who any of these other people are besides the guy we came to get?
There are a few that are like starting to dust themselves off now and like really like they're just in a pretty big state of shock. Most of them thought they were going to get eaten today. But with the exception of the guards, the two guards that you still see alive, one including Vesper Jessup, these other humans look pretty well dressed. If a bit dirty and, you know.
I mean, I guess we should probably talk to them before we just try and lead them back to our camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, maybe like how they got captured or what their business is.
They got kidnapped twice. Kidnapped by lizard people and then
Yeah. Do we know how many are there? Like, can I do like a perception check, get like a head count? Like,
you can just see them. It's easy to count. You wouldn't need to do a perception check. There's 3 of them.
Oh, there's only 3. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, I was imagining like 20 people or something we just rescued.
Yeah, no, it's just 3.
Okay.
So 3 and then the 2 guards.
Correct. Yep. So 5 people total.
Okay.
Over there, what is your business?
One kind of pipes up and he says, we were our merchants. We were just taking the road south like we normally do, and these creatures came upon us and took us. There were 7 of us. Now it's just us, I guess. Thank you.
What happened to all your stuff?
A few different places here and there. Some further south, along the Sword Coast, couple of us came down from pretty far north in Waterdeep. We just, work along the high road, stopping at a few places, Phandalin. We heard, some folks from Neverwinter were trying to reestablish Leilon. So we were just going back and forth, trying to do some trading. And we know this place has been dangerous before, but usually if we stick to the main road, we don't have an issue.
What happened to the other 4? Did they get eaten by the lizard folk?
And he kind of looks over at the pot and just can't even say the words and just kind of nods. Again, thank you. We were just talking about it. We want to repay you. This is all we have left. Sadly, Sven, our friend, the one he just killed, had most of our gold still. But this is what we still have on us. And he kind of hands you a couple of sacks. And in total, you get 350 pieces of gold.
Nice. Give me
Dang. All right.
They're pretty well dressed. These merchants are clearly relatively good at what they do, and they are content to have you feel rewarded. And they ask.
Well, now that
yeah, please.
Yeah, now that you're free, what's your plan? Where are you headed?
Further south again. Most of us come from a little bit further down the Sword Coast. Past the mayor. We were originally going to drop Sven off in Waterdeep. That's where he's from, but there's really no point in going there now, I guess. So we'll just turn around, try to get to the main road, and hopefully get back home.
Do you know where I could find a tail inside a gilded acorn?
Well, I don't know about a tail other than, just some of the fauna running around here. As far as a gilded acorn, a jeweler shop might have one. If it's a particularly nice piece, that's usually something that would be used in jewel crafting. Maybe armor making even if it was decorative, but a jeweler would probably be able to get you something like that.
All right, perfect. I need that, just so you guys know.
A gilded acorn?
Yes. It's very important to me at this moment.
For what?
What are you going to do with
Yeah,
that?
what is that for?
I needed to summon my bestial spirit. I've been cheating this whole time. They're merchants, they might know. I don't know. Let's see. I guess we should ask, do you want to follow us or just part ways?
I guess we hadn't really thought about that, and they kind of look at each other. If you wouldn't mind, maybe just getting us to the edge of the swamp will, once we get back to the road, we're relatively okay. Like I said, it's not the safest job being a traveling merchant, so we're not completely unable to take care of ourselves. But perhaps if you can just get us out of the swamp, that would be appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, we can help you there, I think.
Wait, what time of day is it right now?
You rested for the night, headed back, got a little lost. I would say it's probably getting into the afternoon.
Okay.
Roll a survival check for me, Flux, and I'll see if I can give you a more accurate time frame.
I got 15.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely past noon. The sun is starting to hit westward. So it's probably about 1 p.m., you think?
Okay.
How long did it take us to get here? I don't remember.
From Leilon, it took you about... I can give you a specific...
5 hours or something, right? Or
5-10. Yeah, probably no more than 3 to 5 hours, somewhere in there. You got a little lost, so I'll say 5 to 6. As you got some encounters in there, you could get back to Leilon before full night.
yeah, okay. I say we head out. As long as everybody's in good shape to walk.
I need to go to buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Headed
stuff.
to the main road.
Yeah.
I got a couple other things, dude, that I need to get.
Can I just get a quick marching order to see who's guiding you out of the swamp?
I'm feeling pretty swaggy for my troll dick tip, so I'm gonna go first.
It's just the smell doesn't seem to get out of your hands. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me, Seducius.
Yo, nasty.
I think that smells like an aphrodisiac for me.
Ugh, God.
Well, you do like the D, so.
God. Ew.
Good news is you do actually make it out of the swamp pretty quickly.
See, you're welcome.
And as you leave the swamp, the merchants do kind of part ways. The two guardsmen have silently been following you this whole while as well. Not too much. They're pretty shaken up. Remember, they headed into the swamp with almost 10 to 12 people, so they've lost the vast majority of this patrol in the time that it took you to kind of recover them. But they haven't said anything this whole time, but they do kind of continue to follow you with the same path towards Leilon. But you get to Leilon without too much trouble, able to find the main road pretty fast, kind of where it started, following your footsteps a little bit, avoiding much of the trouble in the swamp, avoiding the quicksand that you ran into, and you're able to get out of there without too much trouble and on the road back to Leilon. And you start to see Leilon from the southern side as you have started to kind of see it grow. First thing you start to notice is that the settlers' camp is still there and still bustling. You do notice there's a few less tents, though, in the camp. And as you kind of realize that as you get closer, you recognize that there seems to be more smoke coming from chimneys in the actual town itself. And you can actually see that in the town square and some of the other areas. There seems to be a little bit more scaffolding. There's even a barge in the kind of marshy, shallows off to the southwest of it as well. So it seems like in the 3 or 4 days that you've been here, there's actually been some more work done on the city. On the town's rebuilding progress, and so it looks like more and more things are getting put up inside of it. Anywhere specific you guys want to head first?
We should go find our half-orc friend and reunite them. Because we need a happy ending, you guys.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All this talk of tips and tricks and shit.
Oh my god! I want that to be like the title of the summary of this YouTube videos, like troll dick tips and happy endings. Like that's what needs to be like. It'll get so many hits, dude.
I'm sure that it would, and then YouTube will probably take it down.
So maybe your next album. Maybe your next album. Slash.
Oh my god.
Troll dick tips / happy endings.
Fun song.
Yeah.
It'll be a bonus
Write
track.
a song about it.
Like,
Wanna
when I'm all
hear it goes.
serious
Wanna hear it goes.
about troll dick tips, I would literally die.
I'm gonna make a song about troll dick tips.
So you do remember the half-orc's name was Breldora, and Breldora is in the... You found her originally in the town square working as people were kind of building things. She's one of the stonemasons there. So if you head in that direction, you'll probably be able to find her without too much trouble, hopefully. Cool. So you kind of make your way into the town square, and you do see actually a lot more of the buildings have started to really at least get scaffolding up, and like more work has been done. The building that you first saw as that you first used as kind of a makeshift inn has actually been fixed, and the inn proper has been almost completely repaired, if not painted. You can kind of see where the patch marks are, but the holes in the roof have been fixed and covered over with new slate. And the holes in the wall and the collapsed portions have been built. There's still a lot of collapsed buildings here, but you can kind of see the building has the reconstruction effort has really started with the town square. And there's a few other places around, like the Shrine of Lathander, that's starting to get really wheel built. You see some more things there. For the most folks are avoiding the House of Thalavar, given its reputation for being haunted. But you do see that the inn is kind of constructed pretty well. You don't see this half-orc in the main area. You do notice, though, that as you get to the town square, the two guards actually stay kind of behind. They actually stopped at the settlers' camp. They didn't continue with you into the city. And you notice that they headed towards Sergeant Yaz's tent. So they are no longer with you, just a heads up. But you don't see Breldora in this square.
sorry if I missed this, but did we check the settlers' camp for her, or did we just like?
You went straight to the town square because that's where you remember seeing her last.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Mm.
What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to ask around for Boradora? I can't say that name. For B.
Yeah,
Little B.
Little B.
Little Beezy.
She's the one that like asked us to go find him, right?
Correct.
She's the one that. Okay.
Why did in my head I think it was a female that asked us to go find a man? Have it reversed.
No, that's
Am I
right.
crazy?
No.
Yeah,
Boradora is a female. Female
Oh, okay.
half-orc asks you to find a male
The
guard
man,
named
okay.
Jessup.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should ask.
I think you're typically confused when it comes to gender and stuff. That's probably why you get messed up there.
Oh God.
I don't think he's confused. I just think he doesn't care.
Yes.
That's probably.
Seducius, the fictional character, perhaps doesn't care.
Seducius. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't care about that or species. He's about all love.
Age, whatever.
Dragonborn.
He's old now anyway, right?
Non-denominational.
He is still old. It's true.
Yes.
Damn it.
So where are you guys? Where are you guys choosing to head? You've got the inn in front of you, the settlers' camp behind you. You can also just search the rest of the town. Kind of look around for what you see.
I think we should ask someone.
Yeah.
About Beldora.
You want to go into the inn? Because we already kind of talked about dude in the inn. He knows who we are.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you go into the inn. The door is an actual door. It's not just like a rug anymore. You open it up and open it up. There's actually a few tables. They're relatively clean. A lot of the area interior space has been cleaned well and nice. And the mute, tongueless person who's kind of been assigned the inn is still there as well, waiting for you. As he comes in and he kind of sees you and recognizes Torin. And as soon as he recognizes Torin, he just has like wide eye and kind of like takes a couple steps back, puts both of his hands on the counter and just kind of like waits for you guys to address him. But he's clearly on edge.
Hi. Remember us? Looks like you do.
Did I strangle him? Seal him?
Yep. Okay. So
Yeah.
we are
I think this
actually.
is that guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay no attention to my half dragon friend over here. We're looking for a half orc woman named Beldora. Do you know her? Have you seen her recently? Oh, you do. You know her, but have you seen her recently?
And he kind of like pulls out a notepad and starts writing it down. And he just kind of he has a name on a piece of paper and it just says Aubrey's. And he kind of like points behind him, but you know the wall behind him is the end of the wall, so you think he's pointing outside in that direction.
And it says Aubrey's on it?
Aubrey's, yeah.
Is this somebody outside?
And he draws a little picture and it looks like a house almost, and then he kind of draws a little bit more and then you can tell it's actually like he put a house and then like he made like a little sign next to it so it looks like it's a shop. And he was like,
Oh. Okay. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but just one more question. So what was I gonna ask?
And he writes down happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I bet. Long days, right? Long days, pleasant nights, right?
Choke it down quick, dude.
I love it.
Him with the stunner.
Torin, I'm gonna need you to chill. He's already terrified of you. So.
You notice, by the way, the whole time like Torin like mutters or anything, he just takes a couple steps like further away from Torin, just on the other side of the counter.
Jeez Louise. Never mind. I totally forgot what I was gonna ask. Anybody else want to ask my friend a question? I'm so tired. You guys good?
We're good.
Just gonna wait, like, hey, bye.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. We're gonna go check out Aubrey's. Really appreciate it. So sorry about my friend Torin and your last interaction. I promise you, he actually is a really nice person. So, all right. Well, anyway, thank you. You've been really helpful.
Awkwardly walk out.
Yes.
Torn, why did you strangle that guy? I can't remember.
What's talking, bro? He's being annoying.
You strangled him for not talking. He had no tongue.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think we found that out after he strangled him.
Yeah, after I strangled him.
Oh my god.
So you do guys walk out and you kind of head in the direction. And you're like walking through town and you notice a lot of this area of the town still isn't like really built. There is a lot of scaffolding here. More buildings are there. But on the kind of northern area, a little bit away on the opposite end of the Tower of Thalavar, you actually do see a strange building that is oddly intact, although most of the homes around it are still pretty ruined. This one seems like it was recently rebuilt and refurbished. It's just odd that it's so far away from the other ones. But you do see in front of it is a sign kind of swinging in the wind on this wooden placard. It says Aubrey's Peculiarities Shop.
Hmm.
Some peculiarities.
I'm like looking at the little map, looking at the sign, looking at the map. Yep, think this is it, guys. Torin, listen.
Let me in there.
Peculiarities. Listen, it might have your acorn, okay? But before we go inside, please don't strangle anybody. We're trying to help Bladora, okay? We need to make a good reputation for ourselves. This is not Fanwin, okay? This is not Fanwin. Good? You clear? We good?
We're a wrecking ball wherever we go.
We really are. We're
Yeah. I got like a whole list of items, so let's get in there and start buying.
Let's go inside.
So you do go inside, and this place is like crammed with just odd things. Not all you can make out. Who went in first?
Probably me, and then Torin right behind me.
So can I have both of you two roll perception checks for me?
Tie.
Oops.
I got a 6.
Okay. So Torin, you just see tons of things. Flux, same thing. You just see tons of junk. You can't make heads or tails of it. You do notice, though, Torin, that there's some like interesting oddities in here. Like you swear you see a shrunken head crammed up in one side. There's other things all over the place. You actually notice, though, as well, that there seems to be a bit of a magical glow coming from an area there, and it's like you can kind of just see a little bit of a glass sheen and this like pulsing glow kind of coming from over that area, and then it kind of fades a little bit and comes back, and fades a little bit and comes back. You also notice that there's a counter. If you kind of like look through all of the junk on the other end, it looks like a super like just like swap meet crammed spot, but in the back is a bit of a counter. And hanging above the counter is this like triptych, like this 3-part kind of carved mural. Not very big, maybe just a foot by a foot. But you can see there's actually an image of 3 people carved into that. And one of the carvings of these people strikes you as strangely familiar, and you're not sure why at this point. But it seems to like resonate with you somehow. As you're kind of looking at this and studying this thing, you actually see a thin, relatively lithe male, graying hair but not thin, up top, kind of walk around the bar and kind of like he's rubbing his hands together. He's like, "Oh, we've got customers. Welcome in. I've got tons of things to show you. Welcome to Aubrey's Peculiarity Shop. That's me, Aubrey Silverspun, and I've got tons of things for you today."
Whoa.
Oh yeah, what would you like? I'd love to buy you things, my red friend. What are you looking for?
Hi.
Hi.
Well, hi. First of all, let me just slow you down for just a second.
Sure.
My name is Flux.
Hi there, Flux. I'm Aubrey.
I got that. Hi, Aubrey. My buddy here, Torin. He's with me. We just we came in because we heard from the innkeeper gentleman across the way that you might know the whereabouts of a certain half-orc woman named Torin. What's her name?
I don't remember.
Does anyone remember her name? Because I totally forgot her name and I can't pronounce it very well.
You're muted, Seducius.
Always.
You talking about the girl or the girl we're looking for?
Yeah, half orc.
What wasn't it, Bellador?
No.
No, it's close.
You're not
It's something
far.
like that.
It's
something like that.
I'll help you out. It's Breldora. This is why I said notebooks would be helpful.
Bro.
Notebooks
I
are
was
helpful.
close. I was close. I just mixed up like 2 letters.
I probably should take notes on all these names. I forget all of them.
Yes, Breldora.
Dora. Yeah, Aubrey's. Do you know her or where she might be?
Half orc woman, huh? Yeah, I think she came in the shop not too long ago. She was just here. I'm sure if you, looked around, might be helpful. If a few of these items left the shelves, I'm sure it'd be a little bit easier to find her. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
Jeez.
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, so did she maybe mention why she came into the shop or maybe where she might be going?
Oh man, that information is just right on the tip of my tongue.
All right, I gotta buy some stuff then.
All right, why don't you ask him for what you're looking for?
Yeah!
Maybe he has
I'm gonna
Just
tell you.
Strangler, Torn. Strangler.
Yes.
him.
Him.
Him. Sorry.
Him.
It's okay. It happens all the time. Don't worry. When you buy things, I take it as forgiveness.
Some of these things I don't know if I actually need, but I'm gonna start saying them anyway. Several seeds of any moon seed plant. Do you have those?
I don't know if I can look around. Hold on 1 second. No, you just see him just winging things left and right, Funny enough, I do actually have some of those if you need them.
All right, I'll take some of those. I'm gonna give you all the stuff before I give you my money. Is that okay? Is that how this shop works?
Just point of clarity though, just for my sake. Are you looking for the materials that you need for your spells?
Yeah.
So remember, when you first started, you chose to use an arcane focus. So all that material stuff, you really don't need to have each of them. The only ones that you need to have specifically are the ones that say there is a cost for this thing. So if you look at where it says Gilded Acorn as an example, it says a Gilded Acorn worth 200 gold pieces.
That's the only one I really need.
Correct.
I'll buy those anyway, but do you have a Gilded Acorn? By chance?
Ooh. I don't know. I got a lot of junk in here, but let me look. Funny enough, I do. Look, I found one.
Perfect. I think should I buy 2? What else do you sell? Food here? What do you got going on here?
No, we don't sell food here. We sell wonderful curios from all over the nation, all over the coast. Wonderful things that people have found. Brave adventurers near and far. We've got gizmos and gadgets and some things maybe even magical if you know what you're looking for.
It's like Little Mermaid, dude. Perfect. Do you?
I actually have a Little Mermaid if you need one.
No.
Yes. Can I get a necklace for Seducius? He likes mermaids.
I think I can whip something up, and he goes around, and you see that he's got this little stuffed mermaid thing and a obviously cheap gold chain. That he's yes,
Nice.
That'll be 3 gold pieces. You're welcome.
All right, I'll buy that too for my friend Seducius. I owe him after our last cuddle session.
Oh wow.
Yes, you do.
It is one of the cheapest pieces of jewelry you've ever seen.
Well, yeah, I feel like we're freaking Little Mexico here, getting all the things.
How's it going in Little Mexico?
How much
What else should it be?
I don't know.
Is that suffice to tell us where, whatever her name is?
Wildora?
Well, I mean, I haven't sold this acorn to you yet. That's gonna be 300 gold. Are you buying that from me?
I was thinking more like 200, but...
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on, Torrance. Save me some money.
You know me in my
Price is
penny,
right.
dude.
I know you just got tight on the coin purse, son.
If I could spell it right here. Oh, good.
Yeah, I think 300's probably right. I mean, that's how much I spent it for. I'm just giving to you at cost. That's a great deal.
So wait, if he buys this, will you tell us where Boildora is?
Okay, hold on, pause. Like, do we need to spend $300? We could just walk around for 2 hours and find her.
Well, I need it. It costs 200.
He needs it. He needs it.
He's just hit me with it, dude.
You want him to be able to be Spider-Man or not? Are you gonna ruin his dreams?
Maybe I don't want him to buy this.
Who ended up taking the gold coins from that we got from that group? The 350 gold coins. Is that what he's using right now?
I'm just using that for this acorn. This acorn is gonna benefit the party.
Guys, we're hella rich. Okay,
Fine,
chill.
Do it.
I want to buy a necklace for Seducius. I'm still gonna buy something for everyone. I just haven't got to all the things I need to buy.
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, this is a great little tourist attraction. That's why we put the shop here. Wonderful town of Leilon. You can see we're still kind of renovating, but it'll be a wonderful thing. What other memories would you like?
I'm wondering what the most expensive thing is you have in this place.
The most expensive thing I have in this place? Well, let me do some looking for you here. Hold on 1 second, sir.
Because this guy next to me that's buying all this stuff, he owes me more than everybody else based on what he did to me last week. So.
Whoa. That's a wall of that.
So, Celeste, he kind of like pulls you aside. Can you do me a favor? I want you to roll a insight check.
I think this place is worth anything. You just pull on our leg, dude.
Oh.
So I've got this really special thing, but just you and me, because I think I can tell you have a discerning eye. And he like goes over to like a counter and grabs this little vial of something. And it's strange. It's like a vial, but on top it's got like a little twister top with like a cone. In like today's speak, it looks as though it might be like one of those like Elmer's glue tops, but like on a glass vial. And he's like, so this is actually sovereign glue. And rumor has it, what you use to glue this together with can never be unglued. Ever.
And
Got it. And how much is this sovereign glue?
Just because you seem to be one of my first customers and I want to show you a good time, it's going to be 2,000 gold pieces.
Oh, my gosh.
But I'm willing to give it away for $1,350. Or 3 easy payments of $4.99.
Nope. I'll
That'd be
bring
added
one
commercial.
question for you.
All right, good to know. I'm going to think about it.
If you need it, probably can't find this anywhere else.
Yep. I know where to come.
I've heard that one before.
Okay.
I like this guy.
Oh, gosh.
I have a question for you, sir. There's a carving that I saw when I walked in.
Oh, sure, yeah, we found that here around town. It was actually nearby, buried under some of the rubble. Looked really cool, so I threw it in the shop. Why not, you know?
Pretty cool. Do you know anything about that?
I do actually know a little bit about that. It's I had one of the researchers, I don't know, Galileo, whatever the hell his name was. Guy came from Neverwinter. He did a little research on that for me, told me what it was. It's apparently a group of adventurers that were sent here from Neverwinter to help clear out some of the riffraff when this place went crazy. They had a name. I can't remember what they were called. What was their name again? It was the long swords. Where did I hear that one from? No, that wasn't it. It was something else. It was swords of Leilon. That's right, Swords of Leilon. They were an adventuring group that got sent down here to clear out some of those evil tidbits that Thalavar from that tower over there brought in here.
How much is that?
Well, that's not for sale. That's just to look cool for me. But if you name a price, maybe we can talk.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can pick up more on what it is?
You can see it pretty well.
Okay.
It does. I can tell you pretty clearly. It doesn't seem to be magical. But what you do see is that it's again this triptych, like this painted triptych of 3 adventurers. One is a dark-skinned warrior woman, a red-bearded dwarf, and the last one's a little bit more faded. You can't really make it out very well. But the woman is the one that you actually saw kind of ghostily fade away after you consecrated Thalamar's bones.
Okay, first of all, I think you're saying trip dick. I think
Sure.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, triptych. A triptych.
Trip.
TRYPTIC. A triptych. Jeez, what are they teaching kids in school these days? Vocabulary's got to be a little bit better.
Seducious, really? Really? Do you have to go take it there?
That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing trip dick all the time. Like, what?
Of course you are. Of course you are. Sure. I expect nothing less. Goodness.
Yeah. Hey, should we not just like drop on him that like we're the people he's referring to? Maybe he'll like just give it to us or awe in our greatness.
That's not us.
Yeah, it is. Right? Oh.
No, there's three. There's in that picture. There's
You get the sense Aubrey has convoluted the Longsword's name with this other older adventuring party known as the Swords of Leilon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not careful, we might meet their fate. So.
Did you want to buy it though? I mean, again, I wasn't really planning on selling it, but if you want a fine piece of art for a home nearby or possible wagon caravan, this would make a cool thing. But I will say it's rather old, so.
You know, I'm okay. It just looked kind of familiar. That's all. No need. No
worries. Make me an offer. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm good. I am okay. What about the rest of you?
How about 100 gold?
No.
75 gold. Just take it if you want it. For 50 gold.
Why don't we want it?
Yeah, why don't we just fucking get her 50 gold?
You go ahead.
You're sold. I heard that the light-skinned gentleman with the wrinkles wanted it. Here you go, 50 gold, please.
Okay. Who are you talking to?
Ew.
I think you're the only one of us who has white
You got gray
skin.
hair.
So,
The rest of us are.
were you paying gold, or I can break platinum if you need me to? I'd really prefer not to count all that copper, but however you want to give me, that'll work.
Jesus Christ. In gold, sir.
Excellent.
Hey. Let me transfer it. Hold on.
Transfer.
Answer it.
So the way my bank account is set up.
What about mine?
I take Orange Pay.
You're my check-ins and
I've also I don't like it as much, but I take Venmo if you've got Venmo.
There.
Excellent. 50 gold. You have the triptych in your
orange bag?
Orange Pay. It's really starting to get popular.
Pair pay. Go home. Everybody just go home.
Cool. Thank you for this precious
You're welcome.
triptych.
And so you have the triptych in your possession, and it doesn't seem to have any special properties. It just seems to be a painted wooden carving.
What about, wasn't
Where
there
are you gonna
something
put it?
I'm gonna nail it on your ass.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Wasn't there something like glowing? Was that the thing that's glowing when we walked in?
Where'd you see it? I got a lot of things that glow in this shop. It's a peculiarity shop, so we got lots of peculiarities.
Have up on the over there in the corner somewhere.
Oh yeah, sure. I think I know what you're talking about. And he kind of like climbs over there, and you can see he's got to like climb on the junk. The junk is just everywhere, and he's like trying to get on top of it, and a whole wave of just like nonsense flows down. And he goes into that space to kind of pull down what he's getting, and he pulls out
Another triptych.
Oh yeah, this is really special. He pulls out like a glass vial, and in this vial, you see like a liquid swishing around, and it looks like it's like this purplish liquid with this like pinkish inky cloud floating around inside of it. He says, "This is actually really special. If you drink this, you will be able to read the thoughts of another person."
Ooh.
Like
Ooh.
magic scissor, dude. You got that purple.
Yes, sir. Give me the purple.
It
thing,
has been
dude.
known to get you a little buzz too, so that's always a good thing.
Okay. How much for that?
For you, I'll say. Have you already bought the acorn, by the way?
No, I'm packaging deal here.
I'll say if you buy everything together for the potion and the acorn, 600 gold pieces.
Oh my god. Am I allowed to use that 300 from the other two?
I think so. That's a great idea.
Party?
He's not talking to you. I think it was 350 they gave us. Sure. I'm okay with it.
All right. I'll do it for 500.
For 500? I mean, just the potion alone is worth 500. I was giving you a pretty good deal on that acorn if you bought this with it.
I'm getting this sweet necklace also.
Roll a persuasion
Three
check.
things. I guess.
Okay, fine. But under one condition. I made these shirts. And he like pulls one out from nowhere. And you see it says, I love Aubrey's. I just want you guys to wear this.
To wear?
Just
Right
around,
now?
a little marketing's always really important.
Do you have a triple XL tall tee?
I can make it work.
Odysseus, he's been gaining a lot of weight.
Dang.
All right.
Really? He seems kind of thin to me. Probably should get him a sandwich or something.
We'll take the shirts, and I want the necklace for sure, the acorn, and that vial.
All right, so that'll be 600 gold pieces.
Oh, we just talked about 5.
Right, 500 gold pieces.
I feel like I'm.
And the shirts. I want to see the shirts on before you leave.
All right.
There's 3
Everyone put
shirts.
your
Who's
shirt
wearing
on.
the shirts? Say, I heart Aubrey's.
Dude, you just
I'm
have to
not.
walk out with it. Take it off
I'll
later.
wear.
Just
I'll
throw
wear
the
the
trash
shirt.
outside.
I'll wear the shirt. I just need to know where Bladora went, what she talked to you about. Just give me some more
Yeah, you're
information
still
on my
telling us
girl.
that too with the 500. Right?
Please, please.
I'll take a shirt. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so Seducius has a shirt, Flux has a shirt, and Torn has a shirt. Just want you guys.
Yeah.
I want to remember that. Oh yeah, Bradora. I don't know. She was here a couple hours ago. She comes by every now and then just to kind of help build things. She actually helped kind of fix up the place. Pretty sure she's just out in the camp.
Oh,
Camp.
perfect.
Just the camp that she probably passed on the way here.
Okay.
So
Well, how long ago was it that she was in here?
I don't know, an hour?
An hour. Okay. And did you mention anything about what she was doing today?
No. Fixing.
Okay.
She I mean, she's one of the masons, so she's probably fixing one of the buildings around here. But she said she was going back to the camp for lunch.
Okay. Guys, any questions you have for Aubrey?
What's your return policy?
Hey,
What's the return policy?
Oh, I'm just joking.
That's a good joke, I guess.
I guess. Do you can we sell things back to you? Actually, not these in general.
What are you
but
looking to sell? I take all kinds of things if it's a good deal.
Gosh, we should have done that in the first.
Actually, this is probably the right place. How much would you pay for a troll testicle?
What kind of troll?
A rot troll.
A rot troll. Those are rare and huge. Why do you have a testicle?
I had 3. I used 2.
Not sure if I want to know why, but I assume it has something to do with her. And he points to the cat.
Could be.
Man.
But what I have here is the famous 3rd testicle. That's still.
Oh, those
still
are
available.
especially rare. I'll give you 30 gold pieces for it.
Oh.
Would have been better with the set, but
That's okay.
or
I'll
at least
hang
the
on to it.
scrotum. Then it's a handy travel bag,
okay.
How much would a whole set go for? Just so we know.
With 3 testicles, probably 130 gold pieces. And if you've got the
What
whole
about
kit
the-
and caboodle, probably like 200.
Dude, we're going troll dick hunting.
What about a rot troll eyeball? Because I have this.
Well, I don't have a really good way to preserve that, but I guess it'd be a nice little thing if I can get it in a jar. I'll say if you do that and the testicle, we'll do together 60 gold pieces.
I'm hanging on to it.
I don't know.
Yeah, hang on to it.
Catapult.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it for my next catapult.
I mean, do you want to
Hopefully,
use
Testicle
if I sue, That
damage.
thing is gonna get smelly, bro.
Yeah,
Things
I'm
will rot
okay with
eventually.
Dick tip.
not having this. Can I just... How much for just the eyeball?
We'll say 30 gold. We'll cut it down the middle. No worries.
Alright,
There's 30 gold
Go.
pieces. Enjoy.
thank you.
Jeremy, we're gonna take a long rest one night and wake up all like sick and like one health left because it expired and like infected us.
There's a strong possibility that could happen.
Yeah.
Says the
Jesus.
one who wanted to go troll dick hunting.
Yeah,
To sell it for a profit.
Oh,
you would
geez.
have that thing.
I mean, it's certainly an option if you want to go hunt creatures and try to make goods. It's an option you can take if you'd like. But
A white dragon tooth.
Blech.
Didn't we cut off the boob of the girl?
I believe you gave the boob as well to Hussein.
We
You just
did.
gave all the things
Oh.
together.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Was it really the boob?
I think. Yeah, it was a boob. I think we're done here. This trip cost me 50 gold pieces for a triptych, so I think we're done.
One dick to another, know what I mean?
I do, brother. But we're leaving.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
Aubrey's here. Don't forget to wear the shirts and send people on back.
Look, put my
Yeah.
look. See my shirt's
Certainly
on.
will.
Love it. Great. Thank you so much, Aubrey.
Have a good one. Hope to see you again
Bye.
soon.
Bye.
Okay.
So you guys all walk out of the
Nice.
building. I need Torin, Seducius, and Flux as you exit the building to roll charisma saving throws.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez. Charisma saving throw.
You're wearing that stupid ass shirt.
I got a total of 9.
7, yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so Torin and Flux, as you walk outside, you notice the shirt just feels a little bit tighter, and you are about to try what Celeste says, just leave the building, take it off. The shirt won't come off.
Use the glue, bro.
No!
It is
No.
on you, and
Use
it
the glue
will
on
not
it,
come
dude.
off.
Oh my gosh, he used the glue.
I don't know. That's what I'm guessing.
How much is it gonna
Yes.
cost you for whatever it is to remove that shirt?
Just leave it, dude. Who cares?
Yeah, so over your armor, over your things, or under your whatever, you have a shirt that says "I love Aubrey's" on it.
No, fuck that. Let me take like my rapier and like cut the shirt.
I mean, you can try your shirt. You don't have the shirt on. You succeeded the throw.
No, let me cut their shirts off.
Sure. So you do cut it. As you cut it, it actually does come off.
Go. See?
Yay.
All right. Thank you
But-
for doing that.
Thank you.
Here,
You're welcome.
take this necklace, Seducius. You have to wear this for the rest of the adventure.
Oh man.
Please,
Thank you.
Please tell me it says "Best Bud" on it, and it's like this terrible gold chain.
It's got a little mermaid on the end, like a
The little
little
heart.
stuffed
Yeah.
mermaid.
Like the
Mermaid,
BFF
Yeah.
hearts.
Torn, thank you. This reminds me of a tryst I once had with a couple mermaids after I saved them. Fond
Right.
memories, thank you.
Shut up. No one cares.
That's right. Let me show you something cool about it. You flip it over, and then it has a little butt thing that you can pull down. So you can do bare butt or no bare butt, and then you turn it back around. It's like a little baby toy.
Oddly realistic.
I don't know. You
God.
might use that in some situations. I don't know.
Yeah. Flux, it actually is pretty interesting if you knew what kind of things we did with Two
You know,
Tails. But
I'm
a
sure
story
it's
for another
pretty-
day.
I'm pretty sure it's interesting. Don't want to know. I think we need to find
Okay.
our girl.
And as
Okay.
per usual, Celeste gets inspiration for the Friends reference once again.
Yes. Yeah.
God damn.
Always remember the Friends inspiration rule is a thing forever and ever.
Yes.
Jesus.
So the shirts are off. They did cut away easily. Thankfully, he did not use the glue to put them on you. But
good,
what else would you guys like to do?
Guess we go find that
We need to
lady.
go find Fedora. I don't know. Maybe we should go back to...
Belladora?
This is not like
Bellatrix?
Bellatrix. I was gonna say this is Harry
Brelda.
Potter. Okay,
Brazilda?
relax.
Breldora.
Breldora.
Beldora.
Beldora?
Breldora.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Think of like Dora the Explorer.
Breldora the Explorer, yeah.
No. Don't put that evil on me right now. Don't. Let's go to the camp.
All right, so you do make your way back through the town. You kind of see again as you're going, there are quite a bit of workers out now. Most of the people that were in the camp during this time are back in the town. You get to the camp without too much issue. And you do see, you do actually spot Breldora kind of hanging out near Sergeant Yaz's tent outside as if she's waiting for someone to come out.
Did you say we spotted her?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
She's outside the sergeant's tent as if she's waiting for someone to come out.
Oh, cool.
Isn't this where we left our friend? Didn't he go that way?
He did go into the tent. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me, Breldora?
Oh yeah, sorry, you scared me.
No, I'm sorry. We went and found the missing patrol, and I think found someone you might be interested in.
I heard. I really can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Wait, where's the dude?
He's inside still. He's talking to the sergeant.
Oh.
Hope he's okay. I didn't get a good
How
look at
long
him.
have they been in there?
Since you guys came to town, so I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so.
Gotcha. Do you know what they're talking about in there?
No idea. The sergeant's not a very nice man, so I try to avoid him.
Hey, didn't we talk to the sergeant before we left?
You did.
Yeah, that was like we've had a few run-ins with the sergeant as well. Do you think we should go in there? Do you think he would mind if we went in there?
Well, I'm pretty sure the sergeant minds everything, but you guys seem, capable, and you were the people that saved him, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go check out what they're talking about.
Okay. If you could, was Jesper okay? Jessup okay before you brought him back? See you all right?
He was. He seemed a little dusted, few little nicks here and there, but he was in pretty good spirits.
Oh, that's okay. I like scars. And she just kind of walks off a little bit more and sits down on a bench nearby.
Yeah, I'll enter the tent. I'm curious to see what they're talking about for so long.
So you do go into the tent, and Vesper is in the middle of getting chewed out by Sergeant Yaz. And it's a bit of a litany, but you hear Sergeant Yaz is basically blaming Private Jessup for essentially the catastrophe of losing the full patrol.
I mean, what do you guys think? Should we stop the verbal lashing? Let it happen.
I mean, I don't see what it has to do with us. So
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I say let him get in trouble. It's his fault he got caught.
Should I just like awkwardly walk out of the tent? Just
You just walk in, you're like, whoop, just walk right out.
Homer Simpson in the grass gif.
awkwardly walk back.
Yeah. Like, I'm not part of this conversation here.
Certainly not.
Yeah, great. Okay. Well, why do we even come to find them then? I don't.
Mostly because Beldora asked you to. There wasn't really much else than that.
No, I mean, like, why did we just come here to the tent, even just to say hi to Beldora?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
we were trying to make sure that she knew we brought him back.
Oh, okay. Well, mission accomplished. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
But I feel like we are. Are we supposed to get something from her because of that, or?
It has a good faith,
No, just something.
Yeah.
or just to be nice.
I think we're doing this. Aren't we doing this to also try and help so that Flux can get her like temple built?
deity thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna just awkwardly walk out of the tent as I hear this verbal lashing. It's gonna walk right back out.
So you
Moonwalk out.
walk back out. Beldora just kind of like waves shyly at you and doesn't really say much else. He's just waiting for all of this to buckle down. She's just happy that Vesper's back. Anything else that you guys would like to do in town or look for, or try to do anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, do we still have to wait here until they build that temple? Is that
Kind of
kinda
do.
what we're...
At this point, the world is kind of your oyster. You could really decide to do a lot of different things. The town is getting built. Some people in town that you've met, just to like give you names if there's anyone that you want to talk with. You've met Aubrey, quite the character. You have also met, where are you, friends? The council members, who in order, just so you have them. Why do I know how this is? So you've met Griselda, aka the Growler, who's kind of like the lead person in charge, assigned by Lord Neverember to kind of guide the construction. That's the female dwarf that's kind of running the show here. The two other council members, who are Marigold Brightshine. Marigold is the halfling leader of the Shrine of Lathander, kind of the main shrine here in this space. You've also met, but haven't talked to very much, Valdi Estepar, who is a very attractive half-elf woman. Oh, wait, no, that's a different person. She's just a regular half-elf woman, normal-looking half-elf woman, who is on the council, and her job here on the council is to kind of oversee the economics of the village, and specifically like the fishing industry.
Okay.
Tell us more about the really attractive elf woman.
Well, the really attractive elf woman, I got it mixed up. That was the innkeeper at the Wayside Inn that you saved from zombies and such.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, I think we have more to do here, though. The shrine isn't built. We need to like make sure the shrine gets built before I think we leave, unless we just venture off.
It's kind of up to you. So to be clear from a mechanic standpoint, just since we're learning the game, this is your opportunity to just kind of riff and decide what you want to do. Hang out in town, if you want to shop some more, if you want to talk and dissect other things that are happening right now. Kind of like I was saying earlier, like our last campaign was really like, there's a quest board, so you go there, get a new mission, go do that mission, come back. This one is unfolding a little more organically. The next thing to do hasn't necessarily come up in terms of the main quest. So you've got some downtime to just decide what you want to do.
So could we maybe find a place to go grab a meal and maybe look at a map and see kind of what's surrounding here, and maybe while we're having a meal and some drinks, kind of talk it over and see if there's someplace near here we want to venture and just come back?
Sure. The only place that you know that would be able to give you a meal is there is a bit of like a mess tent where you can get food in the settlers camp, and then you could also go back to the inn. And I think we named the innkeeper Calvin. I don't quite remember. Calvin would also be able to get you food.
Oh. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we want to go to the mess tent. Let's go to like actual inn because it's also getting later in the day anyway, so we're gonna need a place to stay.
Yeah, at this point
In
it's
the
probably
night.
like 7 p.m., 8 p.m.
Yeah. So let's go to the inn, grab some rooms and a meal.
Cool.
And then we'll pull up
Yeah.
the map and see what's surrounding this town, see where we want to kind of go explore a little bit.
Awesome. So you do get into the inn. Calvin's there. He kind of waves to Flux. Flux, can I have you roll a insight check for me as you walk in?
Yes, I got an 11.
An 11. You can't quite tell, but you think as you see Calvin, who's relatively pale, you swear he blushes a little bit, but he runs off in the other direction as he sees you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're so surprised.
Oh.
I don't think it's put in the same terms as Seducius over there.
You should.
Also, my heart is still with Mr. Kravitz's, so.
Mm.
Yeah, but this right here could be your chance at a free night here at the inn.
But Calvin is at the bar. If you guys need to ask him for anything or are looking for other things around there.
Well, yeah, then I think we should grab a bite to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, and we need what 5 rooms? Or 4 rooms if you're cuddling with Torin again, or
Let me see what I can do.
All's down for a good cuddle.
Yeah. Did you give me a
Uh,
matching necklace to give it back to me? Or?
The next gift shop I find, I'll look into that.
So you approach Calvin. Are you asking for 5 rooms or
We could make it fun and ask for one.
Do you have a cot pull out for Seducius?
no, I think Flux was gonna talk, right? And just
I
you know,
got
we
it.
need 5 rooms and no, okay. Yeah, we need 5 rooms and we're looking for a nice meal tonight as well and some drinks.
Hi, Calvin. Thank you for all your help earlier. We got what we needed.
Oh god.
We really appreciate it.
The music is perfect for this too.
I can't.
Take a look. Yeah, I do have to say that this wouldn't work as well if Nate hadn't shaved today as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. Flux, I think you have a fan over here.
I know, I'm trying to be very kind. Calvin, we're just wondering if you had maybe some extra rooms for us for tonight. We're also kind of hungry, so any way you could put us up for the night?
And he kind of writes on his little sheet that he's got for you 3 rooms, 3 gold apiece.
Guys, what do you think? 3 rooms? We can split it up.
I've worked with less. Let's do it.
I think
Oh
that
my
sounds
gosh.
great. 3 gold apiece? Absolutely, we'll pay for it. Actually, I got it. I'll pay for it.
And he kind of puts on there per night.
Okay. I think we might only need it for tonight so far, but yeah, just for tonight for now. And then maybe some dinner or something. Is the kitchen still open? Yeah? Okay.
Is Calvin missing a tongue too? Like
Yeah,
the other guy?
Calvin,
Yeah.
Calvin's our-
Calvin is the one
our-
missing the tongue.
our mute friend, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Well, thank you, Calvin. Here's your 9 gold pieces, and we'll go take a seat at the kitchen. I mean, at the restaurant? I don't know, at the bar?
Well, he does kind of point you out. There are some tables. Or actually, you notice there are some other settlers eating and dining here too. Not much. It's not like a raucous place, but it is one of the few places in town where you can also eat in addition to the mess tent. It's a little bit nicer digs too than the camp, so people are getting acclimated to using the space more and more. But you do sit down and you are slowly brought some food and some drink. There's a kind of assortment of things that they bring you. There's a small chicken that is just kind of set in front of you for all to share. There's some assorted vegetables and greens, and of course like ale and water and wine that you just kind of have your choice of as you sit around this table and dine and drink.
Great.
Cool. Well,
Cheers.
cheers to troll dick tips and happy endings.
So, can we see the map?
Yes.
Kind of like what's around here.
Absolutely. Let me just pause this real quick. You won. Like, here's the map of just Leilon specifically. So there's certainly that's there. And then in terms of the full map of the Sword Coast, so here is the surrounding area. You're in Leilon, which is totally to the lower southern portion along the high road. Some areas that I've highlighted for you. You have the Mare of Dead Men, which is where you just came from in the swamp, where you kind of left your lizard folk friends. You've got a forest off to the west, the Neverwinter Woods, where you guys ran into Falcon, the loggers camp. Further up, Neverwinter is a ways north. That's like, I would say from here, what is that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 80 miles away. In travel speak, that would probably be about 5 days by the roadway to get to. Phandalin is maybe a day or two's travel by the road. You also recognize probably a few places from your earlier adventures last year. The site of the Dwarven tomb or temple is actually nearby in the mountain range over to the right of you. You also recognize some of the names that you've marked on your map. So Axholm was one of the places that you didn't investigate when you were looking to try to end the dragon invasion. You also see some other places that you recognize. Umbridge Hill was a place a little bit east of Phandalin, and that place was known for a woman who had like a little shop there that sold potions. You also remember the Tower of
Make a trip
Storms.
to see Crabassus.
Yeah, that's where the Tower of Storms was. Crabassus might still be there. You never know. That's probably a day or two's ride. Yeah, probably just a day.
Unfinished business in this place.
And you could do things here too, to your point, Torin. The council members did share helping to build the town up is an option as well, and you guys can kind of choose what you want to prioritize and what you want to build in this space as well.
We still need that temple built for.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like anything major. Just a little representation, just like a little shrine or something.
You want to go make them build that before we leave?
I wouldn't make anybody build it for me. That would be something that I would almost kind of do on my own. I would just need to find like a spot to where I could do it. And also maybe even just talk a little bit more about my god. And, maybe get some more people to be blessed.
There's like so much freedom. I don't even know like which direction to go in. It's too much.
I mean, if you're gonna put it somewhere in town, we gotta clear. There has to be a spot cleared. So maybe we could ask them to clear a spot, not necessarily build the temple, whatever he's gonna build, but like clear a spot. Maybe we go explore the next area over and come back.
Sure.
When it's ready.
Like a little area where I can have a little bit of a shrine, and I can maybe, lead by example and just kind of help the townspeople understand that there's a really righteous way to live, and that they should really look at the power of justice and peace in their city, and maybe hopefully that'll be a guiding light and a guiding principle for how they run their town. So, and having a little shrine to Bahamut may be one of the things that kind of reminds them of how to be peaceful and really fight for the good of a little man, and not be evil.
Where do you want it?
Anywhere that's convenient for the town, really. Just want it to be there so that it could be a reminder of peace and justice, and nothing too ornate or imposing on anyone. So I'd have to just talk to.
Right in the middle.
Sure. Yeah, right in the middle. It's fine.
Yeah. Get rid of the tower.
Right on top of the tallest tower. Yeah.
Right on top of the tallest tower. No. I don't know. I could maybe even talk to my friend Calvin and see if maybe there's a little place by the inn that I could put a little shrine up. Maybe Calvin can help. I mean, I know he's at a loss for words. Doesn't say much, but
I'm pretty sure Calvin will let you put a shrine anywhere you wanted to.
I'm getting that feeling as well, Seducius. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Where's the inn that we are? Like in this town.
So if you look where the town square is on the map I have for you, it's like the first building. Here, I can circle it. Let me circle it for you. So it's this greenish highlighted building.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so it's kind of near the town square. So yeah, nothing too imposing or too ornate. Just a small little shrine, be fine.
You should put it right next to the shop, the peculiarities shop.
I don't think I trust Aubrey's to really be the type of person to be able to speak to or uphold the.
Maybe you can get Aubrey to make like tiny replica shrines of your god and sell them to further, get the word out there.
I mean, what's a church without a gift shop? Is all I'm saying.
That's not really how we roll.
Tank tops.
It's not really how we roll.
Bumper stickers.
Shoot, like CCV has a Starbucks in it, so I mean, you just gotta.
Let's
Are
go.
you serious?
Oh yeah.
Mega churches are a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that, but I didn't think it would take it that far. But all right, well, hey.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of unclaimed land in this city, so it's certainly an option.
That's really not the guiding principle or the major point in my religion. It's really more about the heart of the person and making sure that they fight for the right thing and they protect other people, and they even really shouldn't even be about violence. Honestly, it should be more protecting other people and making sure people are coming at it for the good of the others. So
I'm gonna be my direct character self and tell you to quit being so humble and just pick a spot, and these people will help you. They'll I think you pick a spot kind of like near the water. I don't know.
Sure.
So if people come and visit from the
Yeah.
water, it's one of the first things they see.
Yeah. Maybe, I kind of like, are you talking about closer down to, like, where the camp is on the outside of the town, or are you talking in the town square by that little, like, well thing?
I'm thinking, like, this area. You see me highlighting?
Mm-mm.
You don't want it
Saw
on that little flat plat right next to the little pond.
Oh.
Yeah, just take that corner. It's a good spot. It's far enough away from the Lathander Shrine. It's far enough away from that crazy haunted tower in the middle.
I don't know. I kind of like right here in the town square. Maybe right in front of the inn. Let me see if I can talk a little bit to Calvin.
Do you have to tell like the other councilwoman about this? Like Griselda or Marigold, we have to talk to them about before we just like decide we're gonna put a shrine?
I think we've done enough for this town that if they have any issues with it, I mean, we can definitely have a
Fight 'em,
peaceful conversation about it for sure.
Strangle 'em. Turn him into an animal. Make him
Strangle him.
drown or something. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't do that personally. I just it's, like I said, guys, like it's more about like, justice and peace and the righteous way to live, and not being too flashy and not being too evil, and it's really about protecting those that are needing protection and helping the underdogs. So
All right.
yeah. Let me just go chat with Calvin
Gonna
for a second.
Great.
Galvin's
Chat
still
about
up
it.
at the counter, just kind of chilling, doing his
Trouble
job.
skin.
Hi, Calvin. So, I had something I wanted to ask you. I was just wondering. I mean, we did, my friends and I have the long swords. We've done a lot for the town and protected a lot of people, and brought back some people who were kidnapped, and we saved their lives. And I already talked to Marigold and Griselda, and they said, if we helped out around the city, that they would give me the opportunity to put up a small shrine for my god. And have you heard about Bahamut at all? The dragon god? No? Well, I think you'd really enjoy the teachings of my god, because, just seeing your kindness that you've shown myself and my friends. I think actually it would do me an honor if I could just put this small little shrine of this dragon maybe on the outside of your inn. Maybe when people walk in. Would you have a problem with that if I did that?
Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay.
Everything with him is going to be at advantage. Jesus.
Oh, 20, not a natty 20, but a 20 and an 18.
Yeah. So he nods emphatically. He also writes down, will you teach at the shrine?
Oh, I could definitely do a few, and if you want to learn more, I'd be happy to teach you more about, what I believe in. And you seem like a really good-hearted person, and I think that you would benefit a lot from learning more about what I believe in. And yeah.
And he kind of writes down, he says,
Found your first follower.
that's cool. I could, and then he kind of scribbles it out, and then it just.
Oh my god.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. can I just put this like right at the front of your door?
He kind of takes a rag first and like cleans it so it's nice.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Calvin. I'm gonna just go set this outside, okay? Great. And I walk out. I kind of skip out actually, because I finally kind of got to do what I needed to do, and you know, Calvin's not too bad. I mean, I could do all the talking. It's fine. Just
Listener, it sounds like.
very much a listener.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay. Well, you got your spot.
I sure did. And I got my first follower too, guys. Just
So
since
who
we were
exactly is
talking.
building this shrine? Who's building this shrine for you, though?
This is it. I had it. It's
She just has like a little like statue of Bahamut.
just a little statue.
Do
of
you
Bahamut.
want
Oh,
to
you
build?
have it.
Do you want to build like more? You certainly could ask one of the council members to help you with that.
It doesn't really need to be more. The more I thought about it, I had to really dig deep and think more about, what we really stand for. Small is, it's okay. It's really more about the people.
So tell me how this like shrine looks in this space and what does it look like?
It is like almost like a platinum-y, kind of small, like something I could fit in my hand.
Mhm.
Little statue of a dragon, and there's 2 swords crossed behind it, and you could see the dragon is holding like this golden kind of like brassy heart, and it's just a small little thing, and I just put it kind of like when someone steps up into the doorway of the inn, it's like right down at the bottom corner, like almost like a little like welcoming sign.
All right. Anything? Speaking of sign, anything you're writing with it or pointing people towards with it?
No, not at the moment. I just want to put that there, and
Sure.
hopefully it'll attract some sort of questioning, and then it'll spark interest in either myself or with the help of my friend Calvin and his lovely drawings.
Are you sharing anything else with Calvin for the rest of the evening either?
Yeah. Nope. We're going to leave it at that.
Awesome. Would anybody else like to do anything before you hunker down for the night?
I think
I don't think so.
All right. So you guys all kind of go up to the rooms that Calvin shows you. You have 3. You can split them up however you want. And you guys kind of head to bed for the night. So here's kind of how we'll do the rest. I'll say that we spend 3 days in Leilon without anything big coming to your attention. But you've got 3 days to do whatever you think you want. So if there's anything specific you're looking for or wanting to purchase or buy or do in town, you get some sovereignty over the space. If you want to establish something of your own, if you want to talk to someone and get more information about something, I'll give you guys an opportunity to kind of just say like what you do each of those 3 days that you have. And then what we're actually going to do to close out the night is you all leveled up. So we'll do some of that before we end for the day, but you're all level 8 now. But for the group, is there anything else that you would like to do in the next 3 days that you're kind of chilling inside of Leilon?
Yeah, I want to spend my time preaching about Bahamut and the main themes of the religion, and helping Calvin, like really teaching Calvin like the
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna
I-
Mr. Miyagi it with him, yeah.
So I would like you to roll a couple of things. First, I want you to roll a religion check.
Okay.
And I will also give you advantage of that because you're teaching Calvin, who is pretty enamored with you.
So I got 11, and then 12.
So, I mean, he's listening pretty well. There's a lot to learn, and you're, maybe never thought you'd be the most, like, specific teacher of Bahamut, but you've been able to impart a pretty good amount of knowledge to him. He seems to kind of get it. It takes him a little while to kind of grasp why Bahamut might be, like, more special than Lathander. But for the most part, he's listening and intently kind of sharing, and, like, you see him starting to nod along and get it more. It does take, like, a good full 3 days of your attention on this. As you're preaching to others, though, I would also like you to roll, and I'll let you choose. You can choose either a performance check or a persuasion check. And this will not be advantage. This will just be straight.
I'll try persuasion.
Okay.
Bro, natty 20 plus a 2.
Nice.
So I got
Natty
22.
light, dude.
You start to notice that you and Calvin pretty consistently start drawing crowds. Like, people are listening. And like, you start to notice, like, more and more people are, like, coming to hear this stuff, and they're really kind of uplifted around the message of what Bahamut does. And, like, you start to see some familiar faces by the end of these 3 days. There's, like, 3 or 4 faces that, like, you're starting to really see come and really feel connected as you're building a bit of a following around Bahamut here. As you're starting to draw more and more crowd, you notice 2 things. One, you notice there's a few people that as they walk by the shrine of Lathander that you put, someone has kind of made a little bit of a collection plate. You think it might have been Calvin because it gets emptied every night. You're not 100% sure where it goes. You've been going in and out, but someone has, like, made a bit of an offering plate around it that actually has a couple of words of wisdom and proverbs from Bahamut on there. You also notice that Marigold has been paying more attention to this. He hasn't said anything outright against it because you did have a bit of an agreement, but you're starting to notice that he has started to take notice of this growing sect within the city. Any other things you'd like to do with the rest of your 3 days?
I'm good.
For Flux or for any of us?
Well, for Flux there, but if Flux is good, Seducius, if you have stuff you would like to do in this time frame as well.
I feel like Seducius was hanging out in the inn just working on a song.
Okay.
Unsuccessfully, so he's feeling a little disgruntled. He's also was waiting for some, new friends to approach in the inn to attract. Also strikes out a little disgruntled. So over the course of 3 days, Seducius has been feeling a little under the weather. Can't write a song, can't find new friends. So that's kind of what I was doing.
I got
I
you.
assumed you were trying to open a brothel, but
I was gonna allow it if you wanted a brothel, but he didn't go that way, so it's fine.
Just using his brass.
I thought about it.
Awesome. Anything else that you'd like to do in that time frame then, Seducius?
No.
Who else would like to do anything specific within their 3 days time in Leilon?
I can't think of anything.
No worries.
I have something I'd want to add, but I'll wait for everybody else to go. If it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, you tell me what it is when we get back to you, and we'll see.
I think maybe I would do adventure outside of, not the town, but just out of that place we're in, and just talk to some people that I don't know, I just didn't know, just to, like, seek some information on something that's looking for different valuables and trying to understand, like, what the area really has a value that I don't know about.
Roll just a charisma check. So not persuasion, just charisma. See what you start to discover from this.
19.
19. So you actually do recognize you do meet a few new folks. Folks that you haven't talked about too much. One person is an older female dwarf named Rorsta, 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 and she's a bit of a, like, lovable curmudgeon, but she actually is the person who was operating that barge that you saw. and she rents a barge out to some of the bigger islands and also out to like some of the ships that dock out there, for a fee, for a week, which is 10 days in this area. For 10 gold pieces for a week, you could rent a barge and get out there. And she actually takes you out there once at your request, and you kind of get out beyond the shallows a bit and start to like enjoy some of the sea air, which is really nice. You also do talk a little bit more with Valdi Estepar, who is the third councilwoman. And she starts sharing a little bit more of like the industry in Leilon and what they're trying to do, and you see that she's really trying to get the fishing industry in Leilon a bit more, and you start to learn that Lord Neverember really hired her to do this because she had a lot of success of doing this particular type of work in Neverwinter, and she's a bit of sarcastic humorist. She cracks jokes often, but you get to know a little bit more about her, and while she's a bit of a cynic, some might say, and also just disparaging on everything in a way she finds humorous, she's really good at her job, and if it came to like really understanding the mechanics of how a city works, she would be a good person to speak to.
Did I find anything while I was on that barge, or meet any people?
A few other workers run it. You actually do hear a rumor about one of the islands off of Leilon, and it's one of the small ones, literally just right past the fisheries. It's that big center island on the map here, and they actually call it Idle Island. And on this island, there are these old eroded statues of nobles from centuries ago, even before Leilon was destroyed. These places were pretty weathered, but the rumor has it that like if you sleep on this island, you have like really bad nightmares, and it's a interesting place to be. And as like a prank or dare, some of the younger kids like dare each other to sleep on this island, but no one really has the balls to do it. And I can mark it for you here. Hold on.
Sounds kind of like the tower dream I had.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say I didn't find specifically what I was looking for, but I'm glad I did some excavating around.
Were you looking for anything specific? See if I can help you out with that.
I don't really know what I'm looking for still. I'm just looking something for myself that was taken from me, and I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
Sure. Cool. Zendri, anything you want to do with these 3 days?
No, nothing that I can think of.
Alrighty. Flex, what did you want to add?
I just wanted to see, you mentioned a like offering plate.
Mm-hmm.
At the kind of like adjacent to or next to the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to talk to Calvin for just a second and give him a piece of wisdom.
Okay.
That's okay? Okay, cool. So, Calvin, did you put this plate here by any chance to collect any donations or offerings? No?
And he kind of writes down her
Interesting.
name on there. Why not? It's fine. It's the only name that came to mind. He writes down Hobbs on there, who is one of the other people that you recognize that joined this group.
Calvin and Hobbs, huh?
Calvin and Hobbs.
It's the
That's
only
the
name that came
best.
to mind, so that's what you're getting.
Okay. Are you seeing money or any type of goods dropped off here as part of a donation?
I mean, he kind of makes like a little bit of a grunt, and then he finally like saunters off, and he kind of writes down we wanted you to surprise you. Don't be mad. And he like takes you outside a little bit of a ways outside of the town square, and he kind of walks you behind the inn, and on the adjacent building that's still a little bit dilapidated, not completely fixed. There is some scaffolding, but they've kind of tarped it over, and inside you can actually see that there's been some benches and a wooden carving of Bahamut that's been painted silver because they really don't have a super shiny one. You can see they've been doing some practicing here as if they've been training with weapons as well, and kind of worshiping Bahamut more and trying to have their own sessions in this space as kind of this communal area where you could actually learn more about Bahamut if you wanted to.
Calvin, this is so sweet. I'm not mad at all, but I just want to make sure you remember that it's all about the deeds instead of the goods. We're here to protect.
And he actually writes down, he says, we're training to protect the town.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you, and I'm really looking forward to just seeing how you are able to help the people of the town and the people around, and really fighting for that greater justice, and just making sure that we protect our fellow man and our fellow people. Okay, so any money that comes in or any goods that get dropped off in that plate, what are we going to do with it?
And he just points to the word protect again.
Protect? Yeah, use it for the greater good, right? Use it for the people that don't have anything, right? Got it? Okay, I know we've been over this a lot. I just want to make sure you understand, okay? It's not for any sort of gain. It's to help others. Okay, good. All right. I'm good. I give him a big hug.
He gives you a big one back. You let go first.
I know.
Can I hang my triptych in your future church, Flex?
No, I'm sorry, Seducius. It's just.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I told you not to. You had to find a place to put it.
I'll get you.
No, we can't. That's just not how we do. I'll get you.
I'll get you.
I'll get you.
Okay.
So you guys have spent a few days here. You kind of wake up, and I think what we'll do to kind of end out this mission is hit a long rest for all of your characters. If you haven't already, make sure you're back up to 100. And then we'll just level up. We'll spend the last few minutes just making sure everyone's there. I think level 8 comes with some choices for all of you, and then we'll end there. So let's go to our character builders here.
Control dick hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what pushed us over the edge to level 8. Yeah.
Let me go to character pools.
Oh, I'm up to 60 hit points.
Hey, getting closer to that 100.
Listen.
So yeah, level 8's the next kind of set of choices. You can choose a new feat this hand if you'd like, or you can choose to up your ability scores.
Feet might be better. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of depends. I know a bunch of you picked feats the first time. Things that I might suggest, Flux, unless there's a feat that you're really excited about, ability score increase for you might make sense because your dexterity and your charisma are like each 1 point away from getting you the next modifier. So like if you put an ability increase into charisma, you'd go to 16, which would give you a +3 on your charisma, which is big for you as a paladin. And then if you put the other point into dexterity, that would give you a +2, which would mean your armor class, I think, would go up to 19.
Okay, cool. So that's under the ability score improvement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seducius, kind of up to you. You could put some more points into charisma. That would give you a +4. If you wanted. Some of the feats are pretty good, though, too, for you. They might be helpful. Same thing for Celeste. You know, you could boost charisma even more if you wanted to. That's kind of big for you.
Nate, you said, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
charisma, and then what was the other one?
Probably dexterity.
Dexterity? Okay.
Yeah, you'd get a couple of big ones on that. And then Zendri.
Zendri, there's one in here that says crossbow expert.
Oh, I think I need that.
That's true. I don't know if it'll help you so much though, because your dexterity is so low.
Is that what it is?
Well, like the reason why you don't like get a huge bonus with your crossbow is your dexterity. Like the modifier for your dexterity is really what helps you get the damage and the hits with that one. And your dexterity bonus is a +0. So I don't know. It just wouldn't be the biggest thing that Henry would be great at. It might be good to look through any feats that maybe help you boost wisdom. Even if you could just put one more point into wisdom, it would help you make your spells a little bit more effective, which would be good. So like for you, let's just go to your character builder here. You're already at level 8. Oh, you get a new feature too. Potent spellcasting.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So you're going to add some damage. So yeah, even more reason to boost your wisdom score. So if we chose a feat, what might be good? Which feat did you already pick, I guess, is a good question as well. Let's see, feats. So you pick Sentinel. That's actually a really good one.
Where do I see that?
If you go into your character sheet, you'll see where it says features and traits, and there's a feat section in there. So let's see if there's anything in here that would give you option to increase wisdom. Observant might be kind of cool. You can increase your intelligence or wisdom score by 1, which would be good for you because you could put that into wisdom. It also gives you the ability to read a creature's lips if you understand its language. And you get a +5 to perception checks, or to passive perception, which is kind of big. So that one's
Which
not a bad one. Observant.
Observant. And what was the first one you said?
For when you say first one, what do you mean?
You said another feat before observant, I feel like.
Oh, I was saying the one that you had already was Sentinel.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Let's see what else might be good for you. Ritual caster.
I can add 1?
You can add 1, and I would suggest wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's not so great.
There's so many to look at.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. My lay on hands pool just went up 5 more points.
Yep. Yeah, as you level, that one's going to keep growing.
It's time.
Jer, you might want to look at like Warcaster if you're doing a lot of concentration spells. Warcaster is nice too because it means that opportunity attack that you get, you can choose to use a spell instead of a weapon attack. So if someone leaves your range, instead of trying to attack with your dagger, which won't do much, you could hit them with a spell. So Warcaster is not a bad one. I think you already picked Spell Sniper, so you have that one. Yeah, I would say for you, Zendri, I think Observant makes the most sense, just in my opinion.
Cool. And then, yeah, I just picked it, and I would hit Wisdom score, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Flux.
I got 2 more spell slots, so I was able to prepare more spells.
Gotcha. Which and I think, did you choose a feat or did you choose ability increase?
I did ability increase. You took your advice, and I did dexterity and charisma.
Did you add one to Dex? I only see charisma went up.
What?
Oh, you did do it to Dex. You did. My fault. I looked at it wrong. MBD. My
So I
fault.
got a +9. Oh shit. On charisma is a +9.
Yeah,
Damn.
because you get that +3 plus you double
Yeah.
your proficiency bonus. So you've got,
Damn.
yeah, that should really help you with those ones, which will help you
Sick.
pull in more people, which is always good. So that one's good. What spell scroll did we give you? Do you remember, just because I'm looking at it, Flux, you have a spell scroll in your inventory. Do you remember what spell that was for?
Let me look.
Add your necklace to your inventory, Craig.
Yep. Don't forget that cheap mermaid necklace.
Oh my god.
That'll give you good luck later.
Mm, I don't remember.
I'll see if I can find it.
It just gives a description
Mm.
of, so a spell scroll bears the words of a single spell. That's just a description of what it is, but not exactly the specifics
Right.
of the one that I personally have, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'll have to
Yep.
see which ones you've got. Torin,
Yeah.
an ability score increase might be good for you too, because you've got a few different options. I think your ability score increase gives you 2 points to spend. One, if you're going to be hitting with your sword a lot more, I think into strength might be helpful, because that'll load you over to a +4 for all of your strength rolls. And then you can also put one into wisdom, which will help your spells be more effective. And because it's basically like every even number you get a bonus. So if you flip that 15 to a 16, it'll give you +3 instead of +2. You could also choose to put a point instead of into strength, since you already have a +3 on that one. If you put another point into constitution, that would give you a +2 in constitution, which would help your overall health pool.
What about Dragonhide? Would that be? It gives you. You had to choose one though: strength, constitution, or charisma.
That's not a bad choice. The feats that give you an extra ability score are great ones to choose from.
It's a similar concept to that, but it wouldn't be probably giving me bonuses.
I mean, if you put it into strength, it would give you. You could add. It would make you more of a fighter, which isn't a bad thing. The only thing I would just put out there is your spells are based off of wisdom. So if you want your spells to be more effective, you want to try to boost your wisdom. But you've been fighting a lot with a longsword, and like you use your combat shape a bunch, so it's not a bad choice. It just depends on how you want to handle that.
I think the other way might be better because I'm trying to get some more spells going.
Yeah.
As I have higher spells now. I added a ton of different spells before this round.
Yeah. What I will say is, if you'd like, I'll give you a mulligan since we're kind of learning this more. The first feat that you chose was Dragon Fear, which lets you use your breath weapon. Instead of lightning, you can like roar and frighten people around you. If you'd rather have Dragon Hide than Dragon Fear, I'll let you switch that first one you picked.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that one would be cool. I just haven't used it yet. I haven't been alone with a bunch of people around me.
Yeah. So up to you if you want to switch and go to the hide and maybe increase your strength as well, and then pick a different feat or an ability score improvement. I'll let you pick.
Okay. Let me see.
If you pick a feat, is there a limit on how many times you use it, or is it like always there?
It's basically like a passive ability you have always.
Okay.
Like for yours, Les.
Like the flames of Phlegothos
Hmm.
sounds pretty interesting.
Let me look at that one.
because I could like when I roll fire, I do a lot of fire attacks. So anytime I roll damage, any one, I can re-roll it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
To try and change those, and then also I can cause the flames to like wreath around me until my next turn. So somebody gets within 5 feet, they take damage, but it doesn't hurt me or any of my stuff.
Yeah, if they hit you, that's not a bad one. I do want to just check one quick thing because I think you might already have some of that ability for the re-rolling portion. But let me check it real quick. I thought you did. Double your proficiency bonus for charisma checks.
The other one, just out of humor, was Dungeon Delver, so I could roll advantage when I have to avoid like, traps and stuff. Like,
not a bad one for sure. You know, if it fits, it fits. When you guys.
Dungeon Delver.
Yeah. Or even alert is pretty cool. Like you gain a +5 to initiative. You can't be surprised while you're conscious, and then other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of an interesting one too. But
yeah.
I really like this Flames of Phlegethos.
Yeah, I mean that one looks pretty good with what you've got for sure. Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's good for spells, wisdom.
Yeah, for you it's wisdom.
Wisdom, okay. I should do wisdom, like strength or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can't change our domains, right? That's set.
Technically, yes. If you wanted to, I would say I would allow it, but because that's such a big deal for you as a cleric,
yeah,
I'd make you do like I allowed people to change their characters a bit if they want to like re-roll or change or do a do-over. If it's that big, I'd probably make you work for it. So you might have to do like a little mini quest, like go find a new temple. Go pray to this god and see what they ask you to do. So it's a possibility if you want to. It just might mean a little bit more work.
Cool. Just curious. Those videos I watched got me really curious about.
There's some good ones for sure. If there was one that stood out, just text me and we can talk about how that might work out.
Cool.
I've done like in the past with other players, like we've had like a one-on-one session where I just was like, let's see how this works.
Fair. Cool. I'll let you know. If not, I'll make sure I do all my homework next time.
Toast.
Spell level's 4 is the highest for us still?
Say that again?
Our highest spell level is still 4th level?
Yes. Yeah.
Do we have an extra 4th slot now or something?
I have to look in yours specifically. Some of you might. Some of you might not.
Oh, it's different? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's per your class.
Yeah, I added one extra slot in my 4th level.
Yeah, and you Celeste, you have the ability to learn a new spell as well. So you still have right now your known spells are 8 out of 9. I might not have refreshed. Let me look and see where you are. Spells.
It looked like it was only letting me just add the thing we just added, but
no, if you see where if you look where it says sorcerer, down below it says class features and spells. Click on spells and add spells. You have one more spell you can add. First level or higher. Up to you which one you'd like to pick.
Got it. Oh, well, clearly it's 4th level.
I have 3 out of 4 cantrips.
Yep. So you get another cantrip, which is a big deal. Yeah, Jeremy's starting to get into some of like the higher level casting stuff. Like banishment is pretty nuts. Greater invisibility is really cool. That's where you can stay invisible even after you attack. Polymorph is a big one.
I don't know mine.
If you're looking into like fiery ones, Wall of Fire is pretty obvious.
Yeah, I'm reading that one right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did that one on mine. I was like, what the freak?
Yeah, polymorph is fun because you can possibly transform a creature into another being, to like essentially get them completely out of combat. As long as no one, it kind of almost works out like the Druid's Wild Shape does. Whatever life pool it has is what it has, and when it reaches 0 of that life pool, it turns back into whatever it was before. Third level spells that might be cool too. Blink's a good one. You've already got Fireball, which is good. Oh, Fly is a huge one. A lot of people like that one. Haste is a really good one. So, got good choices. And then Seducious, what did you end up picking?
I think what I landed on was just going with another feat this time.
Okay.
Cause I just feel like I'm more of like, spell casting as my bard right now.
Sure.
So I picked like the
Spell Sniper.
What's it called? Yeah, Spell Sniper for the bard, just to get that one in.
Spell Sniper might not be a bad choice. I just want to check something with your spells. So Spell Sniper is only going to work on spells that have you roll to hit. All of the spells you've really been using so far have been saves. So yeah, like if you look at your, like almost all of them. Yeah, I don't know if Spell Sniper will help you that much.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, like look at all your spells. See how it all says hit/DC and they all have a save to make?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, there's nothing to aim. You're just trying to force the enemy to roll poorly. You don't have to roll well. So Spell Sniper really won't help you.
Gotcha.
Unless you really want that extra cantrip, and I just don't think it would be worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
So the ones that I might suggest, if you want to do another feat, let's see. Warcaster for a bard is really good because a lot of your spells are concentration based. This will get you advantage on concentration checks. Basically, the way it's supposed to work, I just haven't done the mechanic as heavily for you guys yet as you're learning. But if you take damage while you're concentrating on a spell, you have to try to roll higher than the damage you took, or you lose concentration on the spell. So like think of Crown of Madness, where you have to hold that spell. If someone hit you while you're holding Crown of Madness and they do 15 points of damage to you, you have to try to roll higher than I think like half of that. So you have to beat a 7 or an 8. So that's why you roll a 6. Well, with Warcaster, you get advantage on those rolls, so you can roll it again and try to beat it.
Gotcha.
Warcaster is also really good too because it means if someone leaves your range, you can use a spell to attack them instead of having to use like your rapier or a sword. So that just might be something to consider. Warcaster is a pretty good one. Especially for bards. Skilled is not bad. It just gives you even more stuff, and with a bard, like it almost gives you the ability to just like be proficient in just about everything, which is kind of cool. Trying to think of some other ones that might be good for you. Inspiring Leader is entertaining, I think.
I did read that one too. Yeah.
What kind of armor are you proficient into? Actually, that's a good question. I should check that for you. Yeah, you're already proficient in that. What would that help you? Lightly armored.
I'm just trying to figure out, too, like, what would it really do if I increase, like, my charisma?
Well, so you could test it and see,
You know?
but like as an example, like let me switch over your ability scores. Right now you're at 17. So if you move that to an 18, like right now your spell modifier is +3. And the big one for you is your save DC, which is a 14. So I'm pretty sure if you increase charisma by just 1, and let's say we put your other one, I think in Dex. Do you have any else that was close? Nah, not really. But let's say that you did. Let's refresh. So yeah, you'll see that your modifier now goes to a +4, and your save DC is a 15. So it just makes it harder for enemies to succeed when they do saving throws, which for you is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
So I would either, you don't really have anything else that would like immediately flip over into the next bonus, because it's only when you're like up 2 in each area. So 10, 12, 14, 16, etc. Nothing else is really on that cusp. So what I might do is look for feats that let you choose like to just grow charisma and then give you an extra bonus. So I think Inspiring Leader is one of them.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
No, not that one actually. I thought it did. Well, there might not be any that they let you. Resilient would. You don't get too many else, but it gives you proficiency in those saving throws, but you're already proficient in it.
Okay.
Hey, if I'm looking at something and under components, it says M and then parentheses a caterpillar cocoon.
Yes.
It means I have to have that in my inventory to use that, or
Technically, no. This is kind of the thing with we were talking about with Torn. So every spell, most spells have like a material component. If you use an arcane focus, which is what you selected at the beginning, you don't need the material component. The only components you would need is if the component says it is worth like 200 gold, or it's worth a certain amount of money. Then you actually have to have that thing.
oh, okay. Yeah.
And then burp. Flux, you're good on spells, looks like. Seduce's just working through his feats. You're picking spells. Torn, how you doing? Any questions on yours?
No, I'm good, I think.
Okay.
I was just trying to add like my acorn and stuff.
Yeah.
trying to remember all this. Kind of weird how it doesn't like find acorns. Not a thing, I guess.
It's not. You
manually
just have to
add
put
it.
a custom one in there.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Cool.
I messed with a ton of spells before this session too that I want to try.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I'll give you guys a little
right.
bit too, because I know it's getting late, and I'm sure some of us have to get up super duper early. But if you want to keep toggling with it now, and if you have any questions, just shoot me a text. But nice job, guys. Got a little level up. Always good. If you have any questions on the feats or the spells that you want to pick for next time, we'll meet next week.
Oh, when do we get level 5 spells? Is that like?
I think you might not get level 5 spells until like level 12.
Oh, that's different for everyone. Okay.
Yeah. I have to
Yeah.
look and see, but they're not for a while.
Yeah, mine
I
says
only
that.
have first and second level spells. I don't have any third level spells yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that makes sense based on our skills.
Mm-hmm.
I got another 4th slot, so that'll be cool.
Always good. Rad, folks. Well, good stuff tonight. Lots of good stuff. And then we'll reconvene next week. And I think we have a pretty big one next week, depending on where we go. So
Ooh,
Oh, man.
okay.
That she said.
nailed it. You hear Calvin giggle in the background.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. We'll reconvene next week.
See you tomorrow.
Later.
Bye.
Ding, ding, ding.